Okay, here's my Miller 250 Dialarc 250 AC, and when I turned the switch on, I had this thing all ready. I got to took the switch back up, but when I had it plugged in, I flipped the switch on and it wouldn't go. So what we've got to do is we've got to take the top of these bolts right here. We're going to take the top off and take the bottom bolts off that are here. And then what we got to do is do the same on the other side, and the top on the sides will come off. So that's what I'm going to do first, is to take it apart, and then I'll show you what I found. I already tested the switch. The power switch works. Certainly I know I have to go in and vacuum it out, and you know, with all the dust and everything in the welder. But I'm just going to try to see today if I can get that to turn on. If I can get it to turn on, we'll be in business. I can go through, do the rest of the cleanup on this unit. So, well, and it has two, there's a high and a low range. It seems like that works. So let's see if we can get this thing running. So in the back here you can see, let's see if I can get in there. In the back here you can see these wires. I've got them all labeled now, and anytime you're going to fix anything, you want to make sure you label your wires so you know where they went. But these posts are broken off. The posts are broken off. There's a connection that goes from the outside to the inside, and this is the inside, and there's 4 of them, I believe. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 that are broken off. So first recommendation is to make sure when you open something up like this, certainly the power and everything's off and discharged, and that you know, label your wires. Well, that was loud. So you label your wires so you know how to put them back on. Always label and take pictures of your wires. You'll be able to do a lot better job. Now, looking at the inside of this, you know, yeah, there's some vacuuming that needs to go on. There's dust in here, you know, we know that. But let's see if we can get this thing fixed. You know, when you open this old Miller up, there is a wiring diagram and some wiring information down below. Now I cut those 3 main wires off because they were cracking, and I want to shorten the wire a little bit. It won't hurt it. But these wires, I don't know if you can tell, these wires were cracking. Yeah, there it is. So see the cracking in the wire. So I didn't like that. But it's all labeled, so I know where everything goes. And these studs that you see right here on this one, labeled G, so it'd go through there, has a connection on both sides. And we'll show you what those studs look like. But all I use to label everything is this little book. You can get different ones. And they got all the labels, A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. But that's what I do. Make sure I've got everything wired correctly. Besides the wiring diagram, there's one that's busted right off. Look at that. Busted right off. Okay. Now here's the new pins that go into the, I'm trying to get them out of the bag here. This is new old stock. So if you ever see NOS when you're looking up parts, it usually means new old stock. And this is part number 038887 from Miller. I'll pull one out. So you can see here what they're supposed to look like and what they do look like. Now these look like they're a little different size, but I think we'll be okay. The thread's the same size. And the knurled part goes in this side like this, and then it gets pushed in there. So we'll fix the ones that are broken, and we'll see if this thing turns on. We'll also have to go ahead and rewire that Now, I don't like the fact that the outside where the wire comes out doesn't have any kind of a strain relief for the wire. So I'm not going to put it in now, the strain relief, but you know, we're going to wire this up first. We're going to get all the small wires taken care of, wire the big wires, get them taken care of, and that goes through the hole in the back. That goes through this hole right here. And see if I throw the switch on and if it turns on. If it does, then certainly I'm going to come back and put the strain relief on, vacuum this out, a few other things I got to do, and then we'll test it to see how it works.